Welcome back to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here. We've got quite a lot of mods to get through, including these two beasts, so let's crack on with it. So first up today we've got this is the Steyr CVT pack by Schnibbl modding. These are medium tractors, so you'll find them under vehicles and medium tractors. First of all, we've got the short wheelbase one, which is 148,000 base price. It's got a top speed of 31 miles per hour, and this is 16 slots if you're on console. Got a few options there. Wheel brand, we've got Trelleborg, BKT, Vederstein, and back to Trelleborg. In Trelleborg, we've got standard, wide, wide 2, wide 3 and back to standard. BKT we can't change up, it's just wide tyres. And the same with Vederstein, it's just set on standard, and then we're back to Trelleborg. Design, we've got mirror old, so that is obviously going to be your mirrors, or new, like so. Mirror old and wide fender. Mirror new and wide fender, and then back to mirror old. Front loader attacher, at the minute we're on no. We can have quickie, hour, and then no again. Engine setup, we've got 150 horsepower. We can change that to 165. Oh, there's two. Oh, that's a boost. Oh yeah, there's quite a few different configurations. I'm not sure what exactly the boost does differently, but it's the same horsepower there. Then we can go 180 horsepower with the boost or not, 200 horsepower, and then back to 150. Main colour, we can change from anything on there, like so. Design colour, anything like that. And then your rim colour is any of these guys, like so. And we can have a license plate as well. Pretty cool looking tractor. And then the long wheelbase one, again top speed of 31 miles per hour. This is 18 slots on console, base price of 188 horsepower. Similar sort of options. There is a couple more extra wheel brands in there, so we've got Trelleborg, Michelin now, BKT, Vederstein, back to Trelleborg. Trelleborg is the same sort of thing, but we do have wide 4, and it goes back to standard. Michelin got standard, wide, and that's it. BKT we can change to standard, wide, wide 2, back to standard. Vederstein is just on standard, and then we're back to Trelleborg. Same thing with the mirrors. The attachers is different. That's your front 3-point link, hydraulic hitch, whatever you want to call it. So you can change that to the Hauer FS4 front lifter if you want to be different, or back to standard. Same thing with front loader. Engine engine setup, we've got the boost all going on as well, but we've got a starting horsepower of 185. Then we can go 200, 220, 240, 260, and then back to 185. And then a same thing with the colours, like so. It's a nice red. And the rim colours, license plate as well if you wish to. So that's the first of today. That's the Steyr CVT pack by Schnibbl modding. And next up we have this, which is the TLX 2020 series by 82 Studio. Now, I've obviously come home from work, I've downloaded all these mods. This is now disappeared off of the Mod Hub website, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Also, that Steyr pack we just looked at, that was at the top of the list, but it was saying update. I think it got released and then straight away got an update. So there's all sorts going on today on the Mod Hub. So whether you guys can still get this, I'm not sure. But obviously I've got it because I already downloaded it. But it is missing off the Mod Hub website. So anyway, this you'll find under vehicles and cars. We have two versions. We've got the standard single cab, and then we've got the 6.7 litre single cab. So the standard one we'll look at, it's got a base price of 28,000. We can change up the horsepower, which we'll look at in a sec. Top speed of 74 miles per hour, both of them, and they are both 9 slots as well on console. So the first one, the standard one, we do have a few options. Up the top it does say preset, so at the minute we're on standard. We can change that to preset 1, which just changes all the sort of front and puts those side steps below the doors back to standard. Wheel brand, we've got Continental, Basics, Sport, High Performance, Off-Road, Mudding, another Mudding, just changes the outer ring on the wheels there, and then Mudding again, which changes it to red, Snow, and back to Continental. Now there is quite a few different options on all of those setups, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but you do have like dual tyres going on some of them, like that, and wide tyres. It's quite a lot there to choose from. So like I say, we won't go through all of those because we'll be here all night. Front grille, we have standard. Main colour, so that is going to be the same colour as your main colour. We'll look at that in a second so you know what I'm on about. Then design colour, again that will be the same colour as your design colour. Chrome we can have, and back to standard. Vinyls, we've got standard, lizard motor 1 or vinyl 2, vinyl 3, vinyl 4, and then back to standard. So that's just going to be like your decals. Extras, we've got standard, side steps steel, side steps black, bull bar steel, bull bar black, steel extras, so that puts the bull bar and the side steps. Black extras, again bull bar and side steps, and we're back to standard. I'm going to leave that on there for a second though. Lighting, we have standard. On the roof there we've got an LED bar, then we can have a strobe bar on the top of the roof. Bull bar 1, so if you have the bull bar configuration you'll get those 3 lights on top of the bull bar. Bull bar 2, which changes them to sort of square ones. Bull bar 3, 1 and 2, which puts the 2 lights on the roof. 1 and 3, which is that and one of the bull bars. 1 and 4, 1 and 5, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, so on and so forth. And then you can have all of one, like so. So quite a few there to choose from. Kits, we've got standard, front bumper design, which does change that up. I didn't really see much notice change there. Off-road, there's so many options on here, it's just you can get lost in it. Cab lights, we've got those on the top of the roof, rounded, squared, back to standard. Windows tint, standard, medium, dark, back to standard. Attachers, we've got a plough mount, so you can do a bit of ploughing in the snow if you want to, and then back to standard. Mirrors, we've got standard, or you can have tow mirrors, so it pushes them out wider, back to standard. And then we've got the engine setup, so we've got the 3.3 litre, that's 280 horsepower, 4.2 litre, 280 horsepower, yeah, 380 horsepower, and that's it. So it's just 280 horsepower or 380. So your main colour is going to be anything from here. So we do have some sort of metallics and whatnot going on like that. And then your design colour, we will put something a bit more obvious. And then we can do our rim colour as well. We've got like a chrome and aluminiums on there like so, and all those colours as well. So that's pretty much it. If we go back up to front grille, so like I say, if we put it on main colour, it would be the same colour as that yellow, and then design colour is going to be that sort of turquoisey blue. So that is it. And then we've got this, which is a 6.7 litre, which is obviously higher horsepower. It's a bit Deere as well, 36,000 base price. Again, I'm not going to go through everything, but it's pretty much all exactly the same, bar the horsepower. So we'll look at that. We've got 450 horsepower, 510, and that's it. So just two options again, and change all the colours as well. We also do have a ton of attachments to go with this. So where these are on sort of stilts, that menu's messing up, you would reverse your truck underneath this and it will come up with the attach option. You can hook this up, so you'll turn that into a proper pickup with this configuration. So we've got extras on this one: toolbox, side rails, roll bar, black roll bar, headache rack 2, 3, cover, and then back to standard. There is a gooseneck attacher, a ball hitch on the middle of the bed there, so you can hook a gooseneck trailer up to this, and it does come with a standard ball hitch there as well on the back. The flap at the back will drop down and you can get better access to the gooseneck hitch, like so. Fenders, we've got standard, or we can have dual fenders, so if you've got twin wheels at the back, it will look better. Rear bumper, again, that's going to be all your main colour and your design colour. We do have a black metal and steel, and like so, and then we can just change the colours like we just did before. So you'll have to remember which ones you've done on the truck if you want this to match up with that. Whoa, so that's 3 slots for that one. I probably won't show you all the options because there is 12 of these attachers. Then we have a flatbed one, that's 2 slots, 3.5 grand. Again, it's got the gooseneck attacher in the middle of the thing and a ball hitch. You can just change all these things. The lighting, we've got different lightings, and then the main colour, as you can imagine. We've got a tippet which will hold pretty much everything, 3.5 grand. It's 4 slots on console. I'll just show you this quickly. Capacity, we've got basic, which is 6,000 litre capacity. Then we can have the extension, which puts the wooden slats on. That bumps it up to 8,000. And then we can have Unreal, which is 82,000 litre capacity in there. So that's why they're calling it Unreal. The extension design can have wood panels or painted panels. I will leave it on painted panels because main colour again is going to do that, and if design colour is going to be your panels. So that is that one. Then we have a tippet open bed, 3.5 grand again, 4 slots. This is just going to be basically for sort of loading up pallets or anything like that. It doesn't have a capacity, so that is that one. Then we have a lick IT, which is going to hold, well, all of your liquids by the look of it. 2 slots, again 3.5 grand, 5,000 litre capacity. This will hold DEF, water, milk, diesel, herbicide, liquid fertiliser, digestate and slurry. I don't know why there's 2 symbols of both of those. We can have it as a multi-product tank, so basically that's going to hold all of those things. Or we can have it as a slurry sprayer, which changes the back there. 5,000 litres isn't going to get very far or go very far. Lighting we can have on the either side of the box, and beacons, etc. And then we can change the main colours again to anything like that. Cool. Apologies if I'm rushing through this, but there is a lot to get through, and there's a ton more mods as well to get through. Then we have a Logit trailer, which is obviously for your logs, 3.5 grand again, 3 slots. There it is, so it's going to be for smaller logs. We've got lighting options and then changing all your colours. You can pretty much see what that's going to change, like so. Then we have a yard IT, which is 3.5 grand again to buy, and 3 slots. I think this one's more like a sort of transporting things. I think in FS19 it was aimed at sort of transporting your little grass mowers, so the ramp would go down and you can drive up onto there. So there's a few sort of decor you can change, in your lighting again, colours, etc. Then we have a Bell one. This will hold 3 bales, but it will only hold 125 centimetre bales. So if you've got bigger bales than that and you're wondering why it's not collecting them, that is why. 2 slots on console. This is $5.5 grand to buy. It will only do round bales because this is a auto loader apparently. Now it does, well, providing you can find this on the Mod Hub website, it did have a description or instructions of how to work the auto load, but obviously that's gone, so I can't read it out to you. We can change the lighting again on there and the main colours, etc. It does have a ball hitch there as well, so that's pretty cool, but it will hold 3 bales. It's quite hard to believe that it will. I think it'll probably do 2 and then stack the other one on top. And then we have some sort of trailed versions of some of the ones we've just looked at. So again, we've got the tippet trailer. So you can actually join this up to the pickup if you have the tippet attacher for the back of the truck itself, and then hook this up on the rear hitch of the truck. You could potentially have, what's that, 164,000 litres in there. Between those two, that is mental. So they're pretty much the same configurations of what we just looked at, but that's 4 slots on console. Then we've got the liquid one again, that's 2 slots. And then we've got a login one, 3 slots, and then the yard one, which is 3 slots as well. So quite a lot to get through, but that is the TLX 2020 series by 82 Studio. And then we've got this. This is the Case IH Traction King series. This is by Farm Centro Sol. Very cool older style looking tractor. This you'll find under vehicles and medium tractors. 70,000 base price. Top speed of 24 miles per hour. This is 8 slots if you're on console. And there it is. Very smart looking thing. We've got a few configurations we can change up. Again, I won't go through all the wheels because there's a ton of options as well. But we've got wheel brands, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vederstein, and back to Trelleborg. And just an example, they are pretty much similar. We've got twin wheels, wides, double wides, wide 2, double 2. Again, like that. There's quite a few there. Narrows as well, look, narrow twins. And then Michelin, as you can see, is pretty much the same. Go through, got some really good chunky ones on there. Pretty smart. Windows colour, we've got no, smoked, light black, black dark, and back to no again. Wheel weights, we've got no, 400 kilogram, 800 kilogram, 1200 kilogram, and back to no again. Beacon lights, we have got no, left side, right side, and all side. Front weights, we've got no, sorry, I'm still on beacons. Front weights, we've got no, 1000 kilogram of front weight, and then back to no, so only one option there. Engine setup, this does change the actual appearance of the tractor as well. So at the minute we're on the 4490, which is 210 horsepower. Then we can change it to 2470, which is 212, and as you can see it does change what the front of the tractor looks like. Then we can go the 2670, which is 243 horsepower. 2870, which changes again to 300 horsepower. 4490, and that's back to 210. So pretty cool. Rim colour, we can change to anything on there. And then we can have a license plate as well. So you can't actually change the colour of the tractor. But that is smart. I like the look of that. Very cool indeed. That's the Case IH Traction King series by Farm Centro Sol. And then next we've got another tractor. This is the Claas Arion 660 to 610. This is by Dithmarscher. This is a small tractor, so you'll find this under vehicles and small tractors. 120 grand base price. Top speed of 31 miles per hour. 14 slots if you're on console. Do have a few options. Now, I just remembered, we do have a base game one of these tractors. Exactly the same price. Exactly the same horsepower. The only thing that you can change, in what I can see, is you can change the main colour and the rim colour on this one. So it's one of those mods. Again, I'm not knocking any mods or modders because they do a fantastic job. I'm just giving my review for you guys because obviously that is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, all you can do, I think, is just change the colours. So it's one of those things. It's up to you guys, I guess. But I think all the other options are exactly the same as the base game one. So I won't go too mad again on this one. We've got Wilbrand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vederstein, Nokians, back to Trelleborg. And as an example, we've got standard wheel weights, wide tyres, widen weights, narrow tyres, rear twin wheels, and back to standard. We'll go into the Nokians. We've got wide tyres 2, common alt, and back again. Front loader attacher, we've got no, or we've got Claas. So that's pretty cool. You can use the Claas front loader. And the engine setup, we've got 610, which is 145 horsepower. 630, 165, the 650, which is 185, the 660, which is 205 horsepower, and then we're back to the start again. The main colour, we can change to anything on there if we want to, and then the rim colour is going to be something like that. So you can have a different colour Claas tractor if you want. So that is that one. That's the Claas Arion 660 to 610 by Dithmarscher. And another tractor. This is the John Deere 6M by D-S-Agrarservice. This is another medium tractor, so you'll find this under vehicles and medium tractors. 119,500 base price. Top speed of 24 miles per hour, and this will be 15 slots if you're on console. Configurations, we've got standard, 360 kilogram front weight, a 560, a 760, a 1010, and then back to standard. So no 3-point hitch on the front. Wheel brands, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vederstein, Nokians, back to Trelleborg. In Trelleborg, we've got standard, wheel weights, wide tyres, widen weights, rear narrow twins, which does the outer one as a narrow, rear twins, and narrows, and then back to standard. They are pretty much sort of similar going across the board. Well, that one isn't. So that one we got wide tyres and weights, and that's it for Michelin. Let's have a look at the Nokians. Oh, it's just common all for them. Front loader attacher, we've got no, and we can have the John Deere one, and that's it. Engine setup, we've got 142 horsepower, then we can change that to 153, 164, and then back to 142, and we can have a license plate as well if we wish. Very nice looking tractor though. So that is the John Deere 6M by D-S-Agrarservice. And then next we've got this. This is the Amazon Profi Hopper. This is by GTX. This you'll find under vehicles and mowers because it is a sit-on or ride-on mower. 5,900 to buy. It's 25 horsepower. It runs at 7 miles per hour when it's working. It does have a capacity of 1,200 litres. It's 4 slots on console. It's got a working width of 1.2 metres, and it does have the grass and straw symbols there. So I was intrigued. Obviously it will mow your grass and it will pick up the grass as you go. Then once you get to 1,200 litres you can empty it. So I thought, oh, does that pick up straw swaths then, because you could whiz over your straw swaths and pick them up like that. It wouldn't do that, but what it would let me do is it let me drive through a field of wheat and mowed the wheat and started storing straw in the back of the mower. So why you'd want to do that, I don't know, because obviously you're missing out on the actual crop itself of wheat, where there's money to be made. So basically you can mow your crops down and get straw off of it, by the look of it. Obviously providing that crop will give you straw. So configurations, we've got design, standard, the black edition, and back to standard. Rollover protection, that is going to be the bar on the top there. We can change that to the green or the beige, and then the rim colour, same sort of colours, green, or we've got a silver, and we can have a license plate on there as well. Also, you can change, this does sort of raise up a bit and it will tip out the back, sort of where just that 12 sign is. But you can change it from tip side low or tip side high. So if you have it on high, it will raise up that sort of what do you call it, you know what I'm saying, this back, I know what the word I'm trying to say, it's on the tip of my tongue. It will raise that up and it will tip it out higher, so you possibly tip into sort of smaller trailers if you want to. So it's pretty cool like that. But obviously you just turn it on as a mower and it will drop down that pickup and then off you go. But it's a pretty cool looking thing. It does look quite smart when you sat on it. So quite an interesting one. That's the Amazon Profi Hopper by GTX. And then we've got this. This is another interesting one. This is the Samasz Twist 600. This is by Agrartechnik Nordeifel. This is 15,600 to buy. It requires 80 horsepower to run, 7 slots if you're on console, 6 meters wide, and it will run at 11 miles per hour when you're using it. This you'll find under tools and windrowers, because it is a windrower. But this is quite cool because there's no options or configurations. This hooks up to the front of your tractor. So you hook it up there and it's angled. So as you drive towards your grass, hay, whatever you're trying to pick up, it will windrow it into a line, obviously. And then you could have a baler or a loading wagon attached to the rear of your tractor, and you can do all that in one pass. So that's pretty cool. Gives you another option to do something like that. That's the Samasz Twist 600 by Agrartechnik Nordeifel. And then we have this, which is the Pottinger HIT 690N. This is by AgrarDesignAustria. This is a tedder, so you'll find this under tools and tedders. 8,400 to buy. It requires 45 horsepower to use. 6 slots if you're on console, 6.9 meters wide, so not too bad, and it will run at 9 miles per hour when you're using it. There is a few options on here. We have warning signs. At the minute we're on none. You can have front, which is round there, back, which is round there, both, and then you can have both with lights. So on the rear one it will put the sort of brake lights and indicator lights, and then on the front we've just got sort of like mini spotlights, if you will, and then back to none again. Order spreading control. Now I'm not 100% sure what that means, and on the website description it actually says border spreading control, but on here it says order. So at the minute we're on no, then oh god, I'm on the wrong one now. It's on no, then you can have it mechanically. What that does is it changes something with the wheels. So if we look at that wheel that is facing us here, just look at the red part, it adds something to it there. Then we can change it to hydraulic or hydraulically. That puts like a pipe or a hose around the back there, and then you can have no, like so. weight set balls. We've got yes, so that is the little silver weights either side of the PTO there. You can have no, so now they've disappeared, so yes or no. Wheel setup, we've got standard, ground wheel mounted, and back to standard. Main colour, we can change these up, so that does sort of where the wheels are, the tether bits. And then design colour, we can change like that. So it doesn't change a lot, but there you go. That is the Pottinger HIT 690N by AgrarDesignAustria. And then we've got the Irmo Pack. We're getting quite a bit of Irmo equipment lately. This one is by SMI Modding Team. It is a pack of a subsoiler and a cultivator. So the first one is the Levante 7L. This is the subsoiler, so you'll find this one under tools and subsoilers. 8,405 to buy. Requires 100 horsepower to run. 6 slots if you're on console. It's 3 meters wide and it will run at 6 miles per hour. Do have one option on here, so we can either have it without bar or with bar, which puts that on the back. But again, it's very nicely detailed with all, I mean, you can see the thread on the bolts there. And all the clips and hoses. It's just, I just love the detail of some of these mods we're getting in this game at the minute. Very cool. So there you go, that is a small subsoiler for you. And then to go with that, we've got a cultivator. So this one you'll obviously find under tools and cultivators. This is the Mistral 300. 9,850 to buy. Requires 150 horsepower, 8 slots. It is also 3 meters wide, and this is 10 miles per hour it will run at. So we have a couple more options on this one. Design, we've got cage roller, angle ring roller, double shell roller, packer roller, cross keel roller, and then back to the cage roller. Main colour, we can change from Ermo white or Ermo evolution, so it's like a grey sort of colour. Design colour, we got the white or the evolution again, but that one's a bit darker, like so. Pretty cool, nice little pack that. So that's the Irmo Pack by SMI Modding Team. And then next we've got these. This is the Lizard MKV Universal Tank Trailer Package by, there's quite a few names on this one, so bear with me, D-S-Agrarservice / Kastor, Floowy, Stephen alias W7K. Right, so that's that done. These are obviously liquid trailers, but you'll find these under tools and miscellaneous. So first of all, we've got the MKV2, 55 grand to buy. You can change the capacity, which we'll look at in a sec. This is 6 slots on console, and they both hold the same things. This will hold DEF, water, milk, diesel, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer. That's a bit random. Not sure that should be in there, but it is. Digestate and slurry. So the options, they're the same across both of them. So we'll just look at one. Wheel brand we've got, let's zoom in. We've either got Lizard or Trelleborg, and that is it. You can't change the setup. Design, we've got none. Tread plate, which puts that there. Rivets, which I'm not sure I can see anything changing when I've been doing that. Template and rivets, and then none again. And then capacity, at the minute we're on 17,000 litres. Got extension middle, which takes it to 21,000 litres. Extension big, which is 25,000 litres. Main colour, we can change to anything like that. Design colour is going to be, ooh, the stripes there on the tank, and also your wheel arches or fenders, so that's pretty cool. And the rim colour can change to anything like that. That's sort of like a metallic-y look, isn't it? Pretty cool, and we can have a license plate as well at the back if we want to. It's very smart. And then we have the MKV3, which is obviously bigger. This is 90,000 to buy. 5 slots on console, holds the same things as well. Obviously you will need a truck or a dolly to pull these, but as you can see it is bigger. Exactly the same configurations, apart from the capacity. So at the minute we're on standard, which is 30,000 litres. Then we've got extension middle, which is 40,000 litres. Extension big, which is 50,000 litres, which is quite a big tanker. Again, change all the main colours exactly the same. We can have a license plate as well. So that's pretty cool. There you go. That is the Lizard MKV Universal Tank Trailer Package by all of those guys I said earlier. And then we have this, which is the Lizard MK Silo, which is by the exact same modders as I just said. Again, so quite a few names. I won't go through them again because you can't read them all on the mod hub without clicking on it. This is, again, you're going to find under tools and miscellaneous. This is a, well, a silo trailer they're calling it. So it's 90,000 to buy. It's got a varying capacity. This will only hold though your standard crops. So by that I mean wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflowers, soybeans, corn. It will also hold seed, TMR, chaff, wood chips, silage, lime and solid fertilizer. So again it holds solid fertilizer. Perhaps that is true on the next the previous one. I just thought it was a bit weird because it seemed like it was a liquid tanker. Anyway, we've got a few options, a little bit similar to the last ones. We've got wheel brand Continental, Trelleborg, and that's it. You can't change them again. Design, again, we've got none. We've got the tread plate, rivets, tread plate and rivets, and then none. And then the capacity, we're on standard, which is 30,000 litres. Then we can go 40,000, and then we can go 50,000, and then back to standard. Main colour, we've got some really flashy colours going on now on this one. Design colour is going to be the top strip there, and again your fenders, and that little bit there on the side, which is pretty cool. Then your rim colour, anything on this palette. And we can have a license plate as well if you want to. So that's the Lizard MK Silo by, I will say them again, D-S-Agrarservice / Kastor, Floowy, Stephen alias W7K. And then we have this, which is the Düvelsdorf Transportbox HD. This is by Bayern-Agrar. This you'll find under tools. This is actually under weights. It's 1,999 to buy. 2 slots if you're on console. It weighs 290 kilograms. There's no options on this, but what is interesting is you can hook this up to the front or rear of your tractor, providing you've got a front front hydraulic. Sorry, don't need a PTO. But it does open up. We have got the latches there. It opens it up and it's got like a little bit of storage inside. So you could put sort of things like it says on the description of the mod hub, tools, canisters and other utensils can be transported. But what is interesting, it does say there as well, it says it has an internal volume of 1,100 litres. So I think they're just meaning that that's probably what you could fit in there, but it's not got an actual capacity itself, so you're not going to be able to fill it up with anything, or at least I don't think you are, because there's no options to configure it into that sort of way, if you know what I mean. But there you go. That's the Düvelsdorf Transportbox HD by Bayern-Agrar. And then we've got this, which is the Wilson Pacesetter pack. This is by SB Farms. So these you'll find under tools and trailers, because obviously they are trailers. First of all, we have got the Pacesetter Super B, which is 80,000 to buy. This has a 60,000 litre capacity. This will hold just your standard crops, so wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybeans, corn. It will also hold seed and solid fertiliser. It's 2 slots on console. And there it is. So basically it is kind of 2 trailers in one. So again, you'll need a truck or a dolly to pull this. We can change the main colour from anything on there. Black and pewter. Design colour is going to be your covers, and then your rim colour we can change up. We've got a chrome in there, a grey, a white and a black, like so. What is quite cool with this though, obviously it allows you to take 2 different crop types in one hit. Because obviously you can load up the front one and then load up the rear one with something else, which is pretty cool, and then take them off to your sale point or wherever you're going. Obviously it says 60,000 litre capacity there, but that is going to be split between the two. So one's going to be 30,000 litres and the other one's going to be 30,000 litres. We can have a license plate on there as well. Then we've got the Pacesetter A-Train, which is 70 grand to buy. This is 55,000 litre capacity, 2 slots on console, and again it holds all your standard crops plus seeds and solid fertiliser. Pretty much the same with the colours, but this one you can probably tell the front one's slightly bigger, so I'm guessing the front one is going to hold 30,000 litres and the rear one's going to be 25,000 litres. So that will that says 50,000 litres on the left, yet here it says 55. Why is that then? Obviously none of these configurations are going to change that. Well, I think it could probably just be a typo error on this menu, because on the mod hub description it does say 55,000 litres, yeah, and split between one being 30,000 and the other 25,000. So I think that could be just wrong there. But there you go, that's another cool set of mods. That's the Wilson Pacesetter pack by SB Farms. And then we've got another trailer. This is the Krampe KS950 by Kyosho. Apologies if I said that wrong. I think that's right, Kyosho. This again is a trailer, so you'll find it on the tools and trailers. 80,000 to buy. It's got a 48,500 litre capacity. This will hold pretty much everything by the look of it. It's 8 slots on console. Again, you're going to need a truck or a dolly to pull this one, but a very cool looking mod, like so. Possibly could be a push one. No, actually I think it's a tip, because it looks like you've got a bar there for the piston. Yeah, you can just see that, so I think that's going to tip up. Cover we can have without cover, or wrapping tarp, folding top, and then without cover. Wheel brands, we've got BKT, Vredestein, Michelin, and back to BKT. In BKT we've got standard, wide tyres and back to standard. Vredestein, same thing, standard or wide. Michelin we can't change up, and then we're back to BKT. Labelling, we've got the Krampe and Reflex white. So that means the Krampe writing and the white lines around it. So we can change that to orange. Then we can just have a Reflex white, which is just the lines, and then orange, and then back. So you can get rid of the writing if you want. Main colour, we've got red, black or green. Rim colour, silver, white or chrome. And we can have a license plate as well if you wish. So very cool. It's got beacons on the back and everything. That is the Krampe KS950 by Kyosho. And then moving on for a few placeables we've got for today. Starting off with these three, which is part of a pack, which is pretty cool. This is Placeable refill tanks by Piesel. They basically are, you place these down and you can fill up from them. This one is solid fertilizer, seed and lime. This is, where are we, 5 slots on console. We'll have a look at them in a minute in the build mode. I think they're all 3 of them are £5 each to buy. Then we've got this one, which is going to be feed for quite a few of your animals. I can't remember all of them, but we've got chicken feed, horse feed, I think there's pigs, horses. Yes, but we'll have a look at them again in a minute. That is 8 slots on console, and then we've got one which is just for road salt. I think that was more, actually there was more to that one. We'll look at them in a second, but that one there is 11 slots. I think that was possibly herbicide as well, but we'll have a check, we'll have a look. So these you'll find in your build mode. These should be under buildings, and then you need to go to container, and there they are. So the first one, which is this one, yeah, they're all £5 to buy, is this one, which is for your seed, fertilizer and lime. And then the next one was for your feed, so you can get feed for your chickens, pigs, horses. It also does mineral feed and silage additive, so very cool. And then the N1, well, it does say, yeah, that's what threw me, liquid fertilizer station for weeds. So basically herbicide is what they're trying to say, I would say. It was just the road salt that threw me. Maybe you can get road salt out as well. Again, I haven't tested these, but they are very cool. You obviously can't fill them up, but you can fill up from them. So I like that, that's very cool. That is the Placeable refill tanks by Piesel. And then moving on, I like this shed as well. This is the modern shed. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy and Dutch Modding Inc. This is 4 slots on console. Very cool. Nice detail with all the brickwork. You've got windows at the back, so it should be quite light in here. There is no lights, I don't think. No, so it should let a fair bit of light in, especially with the windows. That will help. But again, nicely detailed with the wood up there and the steel girders everywhere. This one you will find under your build mode, under sheds. And it is that one there. It's £25 to place down. I said it was 4 slots, didn't I? Now this one, you can change the colour of the sort of side panel there. So at the minute it's kind of a green look. So if you look at the help menu, if I come over this way you can see a bit better. For me it's right on the D-pad, it says change colour. So if I keep hitting that, it does change. I know it's a little bit, there we go. So we've got all sorts of different colours going on there we can pick from. So pretty cool that. I like that one. You're going to get a nice bit of machinery in there. So that's Modern Shed by DMI 20mm Normandy and Dutch Modding Inc. And then next up we've got this little shed, which is the last one for today. This is Small Shed by Agrar Modding. This is 3 slots if you're on console. Again, very nicely detailed with all the wood. If you go up close to it, it looks like wood. All the guttering around the back. And we can open the doors. There's no lights in here, so it could get a little bit dark, but you're not going to be putting anything too huge in there because it slopes down obviously at the back. And we should be able to open that one as well, so they sort of slide in behind each other. So very cool. And then this one again you'll find under buildings and under sheds, and it is there next to the modern shed, also 25,000 to buy. So maybe a little bit pricey for the size, but it's very cool. And there you go, there is no options to change any of the colour on this one. It is what it is. And that is it for today. So we went from 3 mods yesterday right up to all those. I hope you did stick with me. Thank you so much if you did. And I hope you have enjoyed the mod review. I know I might have bumbled through it a bit and rushed through some, but there was quite a lot to get through today and I was a bit wary of the time. So if you have all enjoyed it, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.